Think about this for a second. It's been 3 days since leg day, and right now, you still can't sit down on the toilet without grabbing the wall for support. So let me ask you something. Why is it that the one muscle group that literally carries you through life is the same muscle group you dread training more than anything else? For decades, we've been fed the same lines. No pain, no gain. Squat or die. Never skip leg day, bro. But what if I told you that science has now proven that traditional leg day is physiologically broken? Yeah, broken. There's an exercise that activates your quads just as much as heavy back squats, hits your calves even more, and here's the crazy part. Your body recovers in 3 hours instead of 72. Now let's talk about what's actually happening during squats. When you descend into a heavy squat, you take a breath, hold it, and brace your core. That's called the Valsalva maneuver. During that lift, your intra-abdominal pressure can spike to over 200 millimeters of mercury. Now, I know that number doesn't mean much to you, so just understand this. That's extremely high pressure. And here's the problem. That pressure compresses the main vein that returns blood to your heart. Less blood gets back to your heart, which means your heart has less blood to pump out. Then you finish the set, you release that breath, and for a few seconds, your brain doesn't get enough blood. That's why you see stars after heavy squats. That's why you feel lightheaded. That's why people have to sit down afterward, because your legs contain the largest blood vessels in your entire body. And that's just the beginning. 2 researchers, Vincent and Vincent, and yes, that's actually their names, wanted to see what really happens inside your muscles after squats. So they measured something called creatine kinase. Creatine kinase is basically your body's muscle damage alarm. Think of it like a check engine light. When it lights up, something is broken. Normal healthy levels sit between 35 and 175 units. That's baseline. Now here's what happens after squats. Trained lifters hit 1,349 units. Untrained lifters hit 3,272 units. Let that sink in. That's 19 times higher than normal. If your check engine light normally flickers at level 1, after leg day, it's flashing at level 19. And here's the part that shocked researchers. Those damage markers don't peak the next day. They peak 72 to 96 hours later and take 7 to 9 days to return to normal. Now stop and think. Leg day makes you dizzy, spikes muscle damage 19 times, takes a full week to recover. And yet, walk into any gym and ask what the best leg exercise is. Everyone says the same thing. Squats, bro, king of exercises. Okay. But what does the science say? In 2016, Scarabot and his team published a massive review in the European Journal of Applied Physiology. They studied something called the bilateral deficit. Here's what that means in plain English. When both legs work together, each individual leg produces 7% to 25% less force than if it worked alone. It's like 2 people pushing a car and somehow both of them get weaker. So let me get this straight. Leg day makes you lightheaded, causes extreme muscle damage, takes a week to recover, and your muscles don't even fire at full capacity. Yeah, no wonder people hate it. But now comes the good part. In 2014, West and his team published a study in the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research. They took 11 already strong men and had them do 5 sets of heavy sled pushes. We're talking 75% of their body weight on the sled. Then they measured creatine kinase again. The result? 0 muscle damage spike. None. Not a little. None. Recovery time? Instead of 72 hours, 3 hours. Same muscle activation. Same intensity. But without spinal compression. Without dizziness. Without wrecking your nervous system. Because instead of loading weight on your spine, you're pushing horizontally. Your lower back barely works at all. Now here's how to do sled pushes correctly. Keep technique section as you described. This part already works perfectly. But what if your gym doesn't have a sled? No problem. Option 1, incline walking. I know what you're thinking. Walking? Seriously? Researchers found that walking at a 10% incline or higher increases glute activation by 345%. Not 45, 345%. Zero impact. Happy knees. You can do it every single day. Option 2, high resistance cycling. Track cyclists have massive quads and many of them never squat. Why? High resistance, low cadence. Crank the resistance up. Pedal slowly, 40 to 60 RPM. Every stroke feels like lifting a weight. 10 rounds, 30 seconds hard, 90 seconds rest. Your quads will be on fire. But recovery is fast. Option 3, hill sprints, just 10 minutes. Incline walking activates muscles. Sprinting recruits fast twitch fibers, the ones that grow, plus a massive spike in testosterone, growth hormone. IGF-1, 6 to 8 sprints. Done. So how do you structure your week? Simple. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, heavy sleds or bike. Weekend, incline walk or hill sprints. 4 sessions. Minimal damage, maximum growth. You're training legs 4 times more often than the guy doing traditional leg day once a week and limping for 7 days afterward. So the real question isn't, are squats bad? The real question is, are you training legs the old way or the smart way?